Right, everyone, here we are with ticker symbol PLTR, and before we jump into this chart, I want to say welcome to all my first-time viewers and investors. Welcome to my channel, Invest for Tomorrow. To all my subscribers, welcome back, and let's jump into this chart. So PLTR has actually broken through the 50-day moving average, broke through support, and it did break through the resistance, but it only lasted for a few hours. Now, when we look at this zoomed out, and if you see it, it's still in an upward direction. I mean, it's been on its way down slightly, but you could still see that this is working its way up to newer highs and continuing that direction. So if it continues that way and the bulls reappear fairly quickly next week, we will be, we will be seeing PLTR stock actually break through the 50-day moving average and get back into bullish territory. But we need to see here some of the important points of reference. They're pretty close ones. I'm going to talk about this a little bit narrowed down, and then we're going to talk about it a little bit broader. Now, the lowest point reached in this whole sideways movement for the last couple of days is down here at 1751. I'd tell every single investor to write that down. I think that's probably one of the most important numbers to keep in mind. Now, on the bullish candlesticks, one of the highest points reached was up here in 1946. On its way down, it did reach for a moment up at 1964, but I wouldn't really pay close attention to that number due to the fact that it wasn't a bullish candlestick and the volatility there was terrible because it continued to fall. So here we have 1946. You want to write that down. Those are the two spectrums of where this stock could go, either downwards or upwards, and you have both points of reference to keep in mind and pay close attention to as this unravels. Now, for the coming week, we're going to see what's important for Monday based off the lowest point and the one point where the bulls tried to appear and break through the 50-day moving average and barely did it, and it actually continued to fall from that point. So these 2 points are very important that we're going to look at, but keep in mind the lowest point in this sideways movement, the highest point, to know where this is going according to the volatility of this stock in the upward or downward direction. Now, what's our 50-day moving average? Well, it's 1850. I'd write that down. As long as we're below 1850, we are in bearish territory. We are currently at 1805, and if this breaks through the support that we're about to look at, this could be on its way to newer lows, pulling further away from the 50-day moving average. For the bulls to get back into bullish territory, yes, they need to break through the 50-day moving average, but most importantly, this resistance level to pull away from it. And then comes into play our highest point here at 1946 before the fall. That's probably the most important resistance level for the bulls. Now, if the bears continue to tear this one down, then we need to pay close attention here to our support. Our support is $18. If $18 gets broken through, this is significantly going down to newer lows, going to break further away from the 50-day moving average, giving leverage to the bears to continue to tear this one down to newer lows and new support levels. So I want every single investor to be aware and pay close attention to the behavior of the stock if it breaks through support. For the bulls to gain any control or leverage over this chart, not only do they need to break through the 50-day moving average, but they need to break through 1857, turn that into a support, pull away from it, reach newer highs, new resistance levels, and pull further and further away from the 50-day moving average to work its way up deeper into bullish territory and gaining control over the chart. With these 2 points of reference and cues, I hope you guys are well equipped for Monday's trading day. Keep in mind those other numbers for the next couple of days and throughout the week. And thank you guys so much for watching. If you feel inclined or encouraged to subscribe, please do so. Don't forget to click on the bell to turn on all notifications and not miss a single video that I post. Share this with your friends and community. And don't forget to hit the like button to let me know you watched this video. Thank you guys so much for watching. At the end of this video, there's going to be a pop-up video, and in that video, I will be discussing about the S&P 500 index and how it's been rising several points on scheduled dates. As you see here on the graph, these circles are the dates that the pumps have happened, and I use them as examples to show you guys how much the stocks have risen and the S&P 500 index rose on those dates. And the reason why it's rising is due to the fact that the Federal Reserve is pumping the markets. On these dates, the charts and the dates speak for themselves, as we can see it here, and I break it down into more detail in the video. But just to summarize it, on these dates, the S&P 500 rises, and there's individual ticker symbols rising up with it, anywhere from 30 cents to $3 per share. I know it may not seem like a lot, but per share that does add up, and these individual ticker symbols are giving you back profits. These are profits, and like I always say, profits are profits. Whether it's $1 put into the market and you get back $2, you've put in an initial investment and you got back more than what you started with. That's what it's all about. And also in the video, I go into further detail showing you guys these dates and showing you how much it rose. Like, for example, this was one of the last pump dates, and the lowest point that it reached was down here at 35.11, and the highest point reached was 35.57. That's like a 40-point jump. And here we're seeing the same thing. It went down to 35.88, and it rose up to about, I'd say, let's see, this is all still in the same day. It rose up to about a total amount of 36.23. When you do the math, that's almost a 40 to 50 point jump, and there's individual ticker symbols rising up with this. Now, I'm not there to guarantee you profits. I'm not there to tell you to buy, sell, or hold anything in particular. I'm just here to inform every single investor on the great news, on the opportunity to maximize profits and minimize losses. You have to do your due diligence and research, but these charts and the dates speak for themselves. I mean, this was probably one of the largest jumps that I've seen in the last couple of pumps, and it was down here at 33.02, and it rose up to about 33.88. That was an 80-point jump. There was probably ticker symbols rising up more than $3 per share on those dates. And even on these dates, there's individual ticker symbols rising more than $3 per share. Check it out, see for yourselves, and my best advice is look for ticker symbols that may be resembling the behavior of the S&P 500 index, and you'll be able to go ahead and give it a shot. Check it out. Again, I'm not there to tell you to buy, sell, or hold anything in particular. I'm not there to guarantee you profits. I'm just here to go ahead and share the information along with every single viewer and investor. The video should be popping up soon. If you haven't seen it already, pop up. There is the link down below in the description. Thank you guys so much for watching, and let's make some money.